Epic was founded in 1979 by computer scientist Judy Faulkner, who was still the active CEO of the company. Epic began with 1.5 employees in the basement of the home. The actual home is pictured to the right. That's the birthplace of Epic. The primary goal of the program was centered around people getting and staying healthy. Founders use forward thinking to improve health for current and future generations. Epic is an employee-owned and developer-led company. The software was built in-house and they have an exclusively cloud-based software. Epic is the most renowned EHR system in the world. Its main competitor is Cerner. Epic has a lot of great features. Some of the features are appointment managing, billing management, clinical workflow, document management, insurance and claims. Beaker, which is the picture to the left, is for the lab users at the company. Medical templates, patient demographics, patient history, and patient portal, which is also known as My Chart for Epic. That picture is shown on the right, the one that looks like an app. Patient referrals, reporting and analytics, scheduling, voice recognition, and e-prescriptions. While Epic has a lot of good features, they can't really play well with others. Epic is an EHR that has a solid reputation for being the best, but it is certainly not without its faults. Epic has a reputation for costly implementation and upkeep, as well as making little marketing efforts, as most customers end up reaching out to us rather than the other way around. However, our biggest flaw is the interoperability issues with other EHR systems, such as Cerner. While we believe our interoperability feature, Care Everywhere, is compatible with any EHR system, there's definitely some room for improvement.
Good morning. Thank you for calling Charlotte Radiology. Charlotte, my name is Angie. How can I help you?
Hey, my name is Elisabeth Tucker, and I had a mammogram at Baptist Hospital, and I had an abnormal result, and so they wanted me to go to Charlotte Radiology in Matthews for a diagnostic mammogram.
Yes. All right. And what is your first and last name?
Elizabeth Tucker.
Okay. And what is your date of birth?
7/25/1976.
All right. Just to confirm, are you still at the 212 Sauk Mills Road in Winston-Salem, North Carolina?
Correct.
Okay. All right. So we do require to have some medical records to see what's going on before we can get you scheduled. Have we received any medical records from your doctor?
Oh, well, it's all in the computer, that electronic stuff, so you should be able to see it.
Yeah, unfortunately with us, we work everything out of Cerner, so we are unable to see that. So we'll probably need your PCP, your primary care, to send us a referral before we can actually schedule your appointment.
Oh, okay. I'll reach out to my physician and have them do that. It's such a shame that they don't have it to where all the computer systems can talk to each other.
Yes, unfortunately, we're still in the process of getting that integrated together. There's two systems, but right now we just work out of Cerner, and so most of the time we have patients fax us or send us a fax, but we won't be able to see any records from outside, especially with Baptist. We don't have access to their portal.
Okay, well, thank you so much for your help. I'll call them right now and get them to send over all that paperwork.
Oh, you're very welcome. Thank you so much. You have a wonderful day. Take care.
Thanks, you too. Bye.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
What you just heard was a conversation between an individual trying to make an appointment from one healthcare system that uses Epic and another, and with a healthcare system that does not use Epic, that in fact uses Cerner. And because of that, they were unable to make the appointment as seamless as they should have because the systems do not talk together very well. But we have a solution for that. Cloud storage through Amazon instead of individual EHR systems would allow for a smooth interoperability experience between all EHR systems. This will also decrease frustration between providers and their patients, thus strengthening the provider-patient relationship. Amazon's web services goals for healthcare are to build a home for the robust exchange of data to enable scaling. Because there's no infrastructure, there's no servers, data collection and processing, it would be serverless going forward. It would also facilitate communication with industry standards such as FHIR and HL7, and then it would add value, and its goals would be to enhance, enrich, and provide insight. The AWS Cloud flow sheet, or flowchart here, excuse me, it's very complicated. I'll try to break it down as best as possible, but Amazon has essentially taken a very large and complex entity and it's broken it down into tiny microsystems, all with defined jobs of what to do with the data it receives. So the first thing is that the S3 is basically the bucket that receives information. It receives it from both HL7 and from FHIR. FHIR stands for Fast Healthcare Interoperability Resource. HL7 is kind of the original standard. Think of it more like Windows DOS, and now FHIR is the newest standard. And so we're currently using that because HL7 really predates cloud storage systems. That then triggers an event using Amazon Simple Queue Services. That's what the SQS is. From there, it moves into this very complex system called AWS Lambda. Lambda is basically an application that takes the data, it reads it, and processes the data. It can simply just store it. It can move it to another process that may indicate a response. There's another neat program called Amazon Comprehend Medical. It's a natural language processing service that takes the text that it receives and the data it receives, and it outputs it into a structured result. And that's where it's actually kind of translating what it's receiving. The other thing is that Amazon can provide user access. So if certain users need to have certain access to different information, Amazon's able to control that as well. And then kind of the final step is it takes the data and it makes it SNOMED CT compatible, which is the systematical nomenclature of medicine and clinical terms, and that determines global standards for all healthcare. And so it's able to output that into a standard that is readily receivable from all other EHRs. So all this fancy stuff sounds really costly, and it is, but because Epic is one of the largest, or is the largest EHR system out there on the market, Amazon's willing to cut a deal with its clients. And so the initial cost would be reduced from $2 million down to just $500,000 to move all records onto the cloud. And then from there, it would be a monthly service fee of $150,000 to store all records and provide coverage in cases of security breaches. So just in summary, in incorporating AWS cloud service into our EHR, it's really just the beginning. We're going to see tons of possibilities that come about because we're going to put all these systems together. Interoperability is a shared effort, and AWS is only going to provide the infrastructure and tools, but we're going to have to participate in that in order to make it better. And so just finally, like together, we can build an ecosystem for true healthcare and data portability.